Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Miss Jazzy from Miss Jazzy's Creative Designs, coming to you as promised. A few days late, I did say last week on the 17th that the following Wednesday that I would have a midway reveal for you. Update on Terrance Tottress's diamond painting canvas. A few days late on that because ran into some issues with the company that sent this canvas out, and I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, that and hitting the gym hard. Oh my gosh. I've gotten so addicted to aquafit, which is water aerobics, and lap swimming, and beats ride, which is cycling to updated hip hop music, whatever. Pilates, body pump, which is weight toning and body structure and body sculpting. Is rough, but I'm kind of overdoing it. Maybe a friend suggested that I should take more than one day off a week, and I don't know. I might not, but TMI. I know. Just had to let y'all know. Gotta get the summer body together. You know. I mean, I'm just ready. I'm ready. I've been pent up for what, damn near a year and a half now, have we? Or a year. A year. For me, a year and a half because I was battling cancer, but I'm in remission, so I have a new zest, and I'm ready to get out there. So heads on, feet hit the ground, running into my business ventures, my entrepreneurship, which takes me to the diamond painting. So Terrance's canvas. I wrote to the company to complain. Originally, in my last video, I thought that they did a wonderful job with transferring the portrait to canvas. All in all, that's still true. But it wasn't until I started actually placing the diamonds that I realized that they cut him off at the knees. The bottom half of his suit with his shoes is missing. And I'm thinking, why in the hell did they do that? You know, it's a self-portrait. They're supposed to do it exactly the way you send it in. And if there's any adjustments to be made, they are supposed to notify you. If I needed a longer canvas, I would have paid for a longer canvas. But don't cut my subject off at the knees and send it to me, and that's okay. Why we didn't realize it right off the bat? Because we couldn't remember exactly which picture we sent in. So I went back to the original order and saw that, yes, it was a full portrait head to toe. So anyway, they offered to resend it, which is ridiculous at this point because I had already started. I had already done probably about 6,000 beads at that point. But I discussed it with the client, and he's okay with it. He's okay with it. I will make it up to him at some point with a different type of canvas at my cost. That was the first time I used Diamond Painting Pro for a custom canvas. They do very well with prints that they already have, which are mostly animals and landscapes, medallion type pictures, which is fine, but they also voice themselves on doing great custom work. I beg to differ at this point. But anyway, to move on to my second complaint about this particular canvas, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys because this is my business, and I want you to know that with any type of work that you do, you run upon obstacles, but it's how you rectify the situation. And in this particular case, it's going to require me to really think outside the creative box and get into my artistic self and the color palettes, and remember color basics. What they did was, and you'll see when I turn it around, his suit is more like a pinstripe black and brown. It's black with brown pinstripes. The pants don't reflect that, but they tried on the bottom half of the coat. but it's mostly brown and different shades of brown. And it's funny looking. Doesn't go. The sleeve is starting to be purple and brown. There are purple highlights in the picture. I don't know where they're coming from, if it's backlight or whatever, and that's fine as long as it was the outline, but it's actually in the sleeve of the picture. So again, this is going to have to be a color correction on my part to get it looking the way that it's supposed to, closer to the picture. It's going to require a little bit more time, a little bit more work, but that's okay because I refuse to put out a substandard product, regardless as to who did the canvas and did the color choices on the beads. Beads are sold separately, and I try to keep extras of especially skin tones, and iridescent colors, sparkle colors like silvers and golds and things like that. His Louis Vuitton belt buckle, they had it with beige beads. I switched them out for gold. And I see here I gotta go down a little bit more now that I'm looking at it straight on. But I raised the drafting table to more of like a 70-degree angle as opposed to a 30, where I was able to work on it better, so you could get a better view of the canvas. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied tonight. I guess it's just being overtired, but I did promise to get this video out, and it's a few days late, and I didn't want to go any further than today with the update. So I've placed probably about 25,000 plus beads so far, and I'm just about halfway done. So by the time I'm done, it's probably going to be closer to, another 70,000 beads placed. It's a lot, but I love it. I'm not complaining at all. This is my joy. I mean, I have my Afro beats in the background. I tried jazz the other night, but it made me sleepy. I actually had to shut it down and go to bed. It made me that tired, as much as I love jazz, but this keeps me going a little better. I don't know if you could hear it in the background, but that's my music, my relaxation music. So, or I'll put on a disaster movie that I've already seen that I don't have to pay attention to, but I can hear it, just as long as there's some white noise. But anyway, so I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see what I see, and I'll explain to you my gripe on these color choices, and you can better understand why it's perplexing me. I don't know who's on color detail at this company, but they need to be put in another department or let go. Get somebody in there that understands color palette, because this is not it. So give me a second to get this thing over here. Okay, turn this. Alrighty, so let me back up a little bit. I'll start from my right to left. So again, this area up here is a pixelated area that hasn't been touched yet. These are the beads. You can see the intense sparkle off of them, which I absolutely love. There's that hand, that clown hand. That's the belt buckle. I'll come in closer. These are the pants, and this is the part of the coat that I'm talking about. Even in the picture, you can see, brown a little bit more, but not to this degree. So that's going to have to be fixed. And trust me when I tell you, because the bead's already in place and the canvas is sticky, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get those out of there, but I'll get it done. And that's the left side. So also what I've done is for the tree, I've gone to an iridescent lime green. These areas that are lime green, I have an iridescent lime green bead that I'm going to use that's a little bit more standout than this. These are the bushes. This is the tree, just so there's, a little bit more pop around his body. But this is his original picture, which you can't really see. And I probably should have caught that. He and I probably should have caught that when we did the first video. We were just so excited to finally have the canvas after waiting for 3 weeks. Sorry that you guys got to get all close up in my boobage. My bad. I'm sorry. But we missed seeing that was missing because, like I said, we weren't sure of which picture we actually sent in. And when I went to the actual order and I saw that it was a full body picture, it was a little disheartening that they cut him off at the knees. But again, he's okay with it. I'm okay with it. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. Um, but even in doing so, it's just when I do the final reveal, I will have printed out the actual pictures so you can see the difference of an actual photograph versus diamond beads, and how they transcend from one to the other. And you'll be able to see what I'm talking about as far as the colors, them not picking up the pinstripe, but just giving me a full brown section of his coat. And then his hand, oh my goodness, I put this up before. I was going to show you guys his hand. I do not want this to be a long video. Okay, do you see that hand? That is not that man's complexion. Where they got these kind of maroon and orange, that, honey, please. And that's his watch. I'm going to leave the face white because the watch is, the face of it is actually white. But I'm going to change this part that's supposed to be the band to the gold beads because his Louis Vuitton here is actually gold. So I'm going to have to bring the gold down more here and up into here to complete the Louis Vuitton V. Again, the color choices, I'm just not understanding it. And get rid of these red beads and make them black. Or actually his belt buckle I think is, or the actual belt itself is brown. I have to look and see. But yeah, I gotta do some creative work here. Like go across here and actually give him a belt. So yeah, that's where the creative design comes in at on Miss Jazzy's creative design. So at any rate, let me end this video and let you people get back to your lives, and that way you'll come back and visit me again when I do the reveal. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay masked up, and remember, find something to laugh and smile about every day. I know I do. Peace and blessings to you again. Good night.